Hello and welcome, this is Melsgunner, and we're back with some more of the Beast and Exploration DLC of Battle Brothers. And since I bought some things, I do need to equip them. So you get a head covering, and you get some protection. Alright, so we're ready to go and head out. So there's no contracts here. We're looking to get more men, so I'm going to go up to this city, and then we're going to move into this village. So we have to go to villages to get contracts. So that's actually what I should be more keeping an eye out for, is not just the density of locations, but the density of villages. Because if it's just a bunch of cities, I'm not going to find any contracts there. So going down to the south does have some advantages. But let's see what we got up here. I think that counts as a city. This area here, it's like a fort, but I mean, it doesn't count as a village. So kind of a scarcity of villages up this way, because this is another city. That's a fort. Village here. Village here. Village here. So we're gonna have to go clear up in the north to get more density of villages, it looks like. That's just the way the world was generated. So this is, this here is going to be my eventual destination, and we may do as many contracts as we can get here. But sadly, we may be out of work for a little while, so we're going to have to watch our pocketbooks here. Because I have to pay my men as I go. And what are we paying them every day? 86 crowns, which isn't too bad. So let's get going. Night may fall before we get into Winburg, which is unfortunate if it does. I may actually have to pass the city by, because I don't think I can wait. But if we can get in there, I think we'll get there just in time before it even gets into dusk. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we have a weaponsmith, we have an armorer, a lot of men to hire, and a tavern. Okay. Let's take a look at the marketplace first. Usually a good place to start. So we could pick up a falcon. This is more or less something that's going to allow you to be able to spot. It's like a scout for you. Let's see. Food. None of it really particularly worth what we're looking for. Prices are kind of high here. Pitchfork. Well, we do probably want more of these, but we can wait on that. Militia spears probably worth picking up, but we'll see who we are going to hire here in a while. Do have some head protection, but it's kind of expensive stuff. This is more what we're going to want to pick up. Like, for example, because this is damage, it's being sold for less, so we could take advantage of that. So both of these things we're going to want to pick up. We also have a leather tunic, which I believe this is as good as armor gets without having a fatigue penalty. So this is something we could pick up as well, although at this stage we've already kind of advanced past this step. But again, more men may require more protection. This city has quite a wealth of things that we're going to probably want to pick up, but again, we have to keep an eye on our crowns and not overspend. But we could sell things like the flail, although it's only going to give me a few crowns here. Okay, well, now that we've seen what's in the marketplace, let's see who we can hire. So we happen to know that masons could be good pickups because they get experience bonuses. So these guys are probably going to be a priority for me. Let's see what else we got. We've got a shepherd, which are also used to physical labor. This guy we won't be able to afford. We've got another houndmaster, and he's pretty well equipped. And as a result, for 280, probably well worth picking up. Okay. You're a militiaman. Okay. And then we've got a deserter, who's a level 2 character. And he has some armor and other stuff. No head protection, though. Well, let's try this guy out. See how good he is. Okay, he has no downside. That's also... Okay, so this is another person that would have a possibility of having physical labor, but the masons, in my mind, because of their experience gains, or possibility. I think we should at least try them out. So try out. He is impatient. Always acts first in the very first round of combat. So that's a good thing. May sound like a bad thing, but it's good. We'll try this guy out. He is got iron lungs. And he hates greenskins, so he has more morale when we're fighting greenskins. Fortunately, the end game is not going to be greenskins. That guy would be really awesome in that end game. All right, well, we will go ahead and hire Herman the Architect. We'll also hire Arnulf here. Yeah, we'll hire him. The problem is, can we afford much more than that? Because Horst, it wouldn't be a bad pickup because of the armor he comes with. But now I'm starting to look at where we've got 9 men. This would put us up at 10. In my mind, we only really need 1 archer. So that'd put us at 11. And then it would be 1 more man to round things out. So we're almost up to 12. I just have to think, is it worth paying this much money? How many days will this last us for at the current number of men we have? This is very tempting, but I may have to pass on it. You know what? Let's live dangerously. We'll hire him. So I cannot really afford much at this stage. What is our daily payment probably going to be? So at this stage, Rupert is injured. So I'm going to put him back into reserve until he stops being injured. He's still got the 2 to 4 days to pass. It's kind of a random range. We've only had 1 day go, so this will change though. Like if as time goes on, it might say 1 to 3. So we're probably looking more towards that 4 days. All right, let's see how good these guys are. Really bad combat stats. Okay. What else we got? 52. How good is your stamina? 92. Not particularly good. Because you're a Houndmaster, though, I still kind of feel like maybe you should be in the back line. I'll put you over here and you here. The reason being is later on, when I do buy dogs, because I will buy dogs, I usually like to have the guys with the dogs in the back line. That way it gives me more flexibility on what I'm going to do with the dogs. Okay, so you 51, you 52, both of you probably pretty good on stamina. That's good. How's your resolve? 30, 37. Yours is 36. Okay, defense 22, 0-4. All right, you might get your head caved in, but it's how you learn, right? Okay. Well, now I feel like we need to kind of down your armor. You also are on the back line, so you're just going to get a normal shirt. We're going to take away the head covering. You are going to gain that head covering. -2 fatigue gives you 40 as opposed to 20 protection. Oh, does the bandana? Yeah, the bandana is like really bad. The headscarf is really bad protection. It's better than nothing, obviously. So again, I like my guys to not die, so we will probably add in these hats to the front row. You are going to gain the headscarf, though, because you're my most valuable backliner. We don't have an actual pitchfork at the moment, so I could buy one, but again, that's really looking... I might end up just putting him in the front row for now until we can equip him better. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 men. Put him here, kind of, so they can move around if we need them to, but keep them away from the edges. Alternatively, I could do this, which will protect the sides. So that is a possibility, but we'll keep them like this for now. Okay, weapons. And definitely they're going to get shields, which I have 3 shields, so that's perfect. So shield, shield, field, so hopefully you don't get your heads caved in. Weaponry. Now, I'm gonna have to probably think about what I'm gonna do here. So definitely, you don't need to have a weapon anymore. So we're gonna take your spear, put it in this guy's hands. I'm gonna take this off. We're gonna take this off. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we may be able to upgrade this guy from headscarf to hood. No, because we still have 3 guys that need head protection. So, you are gonna upgrade to the fancy hat. And, we'll just, you know, dole out hoods here. So these guys do have some head protection. Because that did save Lothar, the first time he got hit in the head. If he didn't have the head protection, that would have just straight up killed him. Probably. Okay, now that we've done that, let's see how we can improve these guys in general. We do want to keep the Masons alive, because I think we have a future with them. So who's the best out of them? You have 51, you have 52. You have a little bit of better all-around protection. This guy's got more range combat protection. What else we got? Resolve is better here. Now, this might not be the actual position they end up standing in, but for now, it is. Alright, so as a result, you still have enough. I'll go ahead and give you the better protection that we've got. And then these two will get this. And... well, technically that's not true. This is the best protection we've got. So, in that vein, then we could afford to upgrade you one more time. Then you are gonna get this. You are gonna get this. This is kind of the game you play with things, is you have to shuffle around inventory. Okay. Now, sadly, these are one-handed. How much fatigue do they build up? I don't know if it tells you how much fatigue they build up when you use them, but there is a max fatigue number for carrying them. Like, for example, the bludgeon has higher max fatigue than these guys do, but these guys may actually build up more fatigue when you actually are using them, swinging them around. In this case, we've got 20 to 45 damage versus 20 to 35. This is just going to be a junk weapon that we're going to get rid of. As a matter of fact, I think the pickaxe is going to go as well. So let's go into the marketplace here. And I will sell the pickaxe and this particular weapon. Okay. So now that we've done that, now one thing that's kind of an attribute of a flail is with the kind of strike it does, I believe it has a higher chance of hitting them in the head, I think. Let's actually read what this says. It inflicts additional fatigue with every hit. So this is going to fatigue your opponent when you hit them. Oh, interesting. Let's see what this does in comparison. Alright, so the strike. Somewhat unpredictable in damage, but able to strike over or around shield cover. That could be good. So it inflicts 20 to 45 damage to hit points, of which 0 to 13 can ignore armor. Well, that comes into the percentage that ignores armor. How is that different from the... yeah, bludgeoned, okay. And then 80% effective against armor, 75. So it's slightly more effective against armor. What's the other strike, though? Lash. Aim for an opponent's head. This is what I think the guy used on me to kill Lothar. Somewhat unpredictable in damage. Okay, yeah. So on and so forth. Okay. We'll have Wilfred carry the flail. And then I think I'm going to give these other two guys bludgeons, because it's the weapon, what we've got. We can't afford much else. They're very unlikely to hit anything with them. But it's just going to have to be a make-do kind of thing. So... I would like that to be there. We are going to have holes in our spear wall no matter what I do. But I'd like to have the spear walls on the edges. Unless I do this. Then we still have an intact spear wall. You know what? I'm alright with that. These guys can move around if we need them to. But it also protects our flanks. Okay, that's going to be our setup. And maybe it'll keep these guys alive a little longer. Maybe. Okay. So we definitely have improved our lineup. We've got decent armor. Just really the problem is we're not protecting our heads very well. And that could come back to bite us. I could buy some items in the marketplace to deal with that, though. For example, these are kind of inexpensive. And also, they're really good with fatigue. They're not overly fatiguing to wear. As a result, I feel like we do have to go for it. This is really, in my opinion, getting close to being a bad idea where we're at the moment. But, hey, you only live once, so hopefully we can help these guys live a little bit longer. Alright, let's take a look at this. So, as far as fatiguing-wise goes, this is actually better than this is. Gives the same protection. But this is one of the men we really want to keep alive, so I'm going to give him the best head protection we can give him. I think. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then the other guy that we would kind of want to keep alive is probably Oswald. Well, actually, we can give both the guys in the front here pretty good head protection. So you get that. You... switch to the other guy. Get that. And as a result, we have now upgraded the back line to have better head protection. So you are going to reacquire the fancy hat. You are going to get a hood. So now everybody has a baseline of a hood, but mostly the back line is the one that has that. And then we got better head protection up front, so we can take those blows to the noggin a little bit better. Oh. And again, I thought I clicked on the guy and it didn't. Come on, click, click, click. There we go. I think I'm accidentally dragging them around. Okay, now we're all ready to go. We've got mini shirts. At least have this guy have some clothing, so he is, you know, decent. And then, yeah, we should be good. So we do have 9 men active. We could add in that 10th man once he is recovered. We've got a nice symmetrical formation. Okay. Now, if you're wondering, 12 men is the maximum number you can put into a battle. So if we come back in here, 9 of 12. Now, I can have more men than that, but then they're going to be in the reserve. They're not going to be active. So, okay. So that is everything we can do, and we now need to make money, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble. So let's start moving for that. So I'm going to come here. At least that's the idea. Or we could go here, knowing that we may not have enough cash to hire any archers. Ah, screw it. We'll go this way. I really don't like the idea of walking by or through woods at night, though, which we may be doing here in a second. Because things can come out and get you when you're going through the woods. Couple trade caravans. You can just barely see the road, but it does go through the woods here. And the footsteps give you an idea of who's traveled through here lately. So there's a lot of heavy foot traffic. The darker the image of the foot, the more recent it is. The foot will also change depending on what it is. It's kind of like the tracks of what it is that you are following behind. So if it's some kind of beast, it will look like a beast footprint. If it's a goblin, it will look like a gobbo footprint. If it's undead, it will look like a little skeleton thing. Okay, we do have jobs here. Local holiday. A local holiday has the people in a generous mood. Time for food and drink. But ambush trade routes. The roads leading here are unsafe of late, and many a caravan has been ambushed and plundered. With little successful trade, the selection of goods is lower and the price is higher. So that's just kind of this current situation in this town. We have a barber and we have a tavern. Tavern's kind of self-explanatory. There's a number of things, though, that it can do that we'll probably look at a later date. Barber allows you to customize men and change around how they look, but I like kind of the randomized nature of things. But this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So we have 2 contracts here. One's a 2-skull contract, one's a 1-skull contract. That shows you the difficulty, but also how much we'll get paid. But either way, we'll see that in the next video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.